We. Hello. Today is the day. We are finally finishing this goddamn fucking case. Hello. Wait, am I? Okay, for a second I thought I was still muted, but no, I am not. I am, in fact, not. Hello. Oh dear God. Today is going to be a probably shorter stream. It depends on how long the rest of this case goes, honestly. I'm planning to end the stream along with the case, with this case today. I actually don't think there's too much left. At least not enough for like a regular length stream. But it would have been, I'm pretty sure it would have been too much to try and squeeze into yesterday's stream, because that one was already over 3 hours and I didn't want to be sitting there hungry for another hour or so. And I was getting tired. So today might be a shorter, quicker stream, which is totally fine. Which is fine. And yeah. Today, case 3 finale. I have something in my eye. Oh no. Never mind, it is gone. Is it gone? It might be gone. Please be gone. Oh dear. Anyway, as I was saying, today, case 3 finale. And we're gonna have one more stream on Saturday, which will probably be a tier list stream, before we go back to Persona 4 next week. Yes. For, I don't know, a week or two. We'll see. But yeah, pretty much that's it. So, why do I have my mouse on? My mouse does not need to be on here. Let's get right into it. Honestly, I'm expecting this to be like another hour or so, maybe. Not too long, really. Maybe another hour, hour and a half at most? Question mark? But, oh dear, but we'll see. Where were we? We were having a recess, and after that, I think we're gonna be talking to Darian? Was that? I think. Apollo, I can't believe it! It really happened during the second act? Oh yeah, we did find out that the murder most likely, or, well, probably, definitely, happened during the second act instead of the third, which gives Darian no alibi. Apple, welcome in! Am I a little bit too far to the... Hold on a minute. I feel like I'm a bit far to the right here. Hold on. It's just a tiny bit, but that's fine. Okay. William, welcome in. Good luck on finishing the trial and serve up justice. Justice shall be served. We ending this today. Okay, back we go. And right in the middle of Lamirar's performance? The reason why she was in that air vent, and that switch and the flaming guitar. Flaming? Flaming. When you link it all together, that's what you end up with. Hey! Phoenix! Where the fuck have you been, dude? You have a child? I'm not your fucking babysitter, my guy. My exam result might be coming tomorrow. I might be cooked. Oh dear, what subject? Ah, Daddy! Mr. Right. You believed in me? You fucking asshole! You bitch! Not really. Not really is fucking crazy. I love this man. Maths? Oh god. Oh dear, oh dear. Fucking, I hope it's not gonna be too bad at least. I hope you get an at least okay-ish grade for whatever you're going for. Huh? I just thought that'd make a cooler entrance than say, hiya. I just want to pass. Hey, mood. That was my only goal in high school. I was like, you know what? I don't need to be good. I just need to be okay. It was a supplementary exam. Oh, I see. Why do I even bother hoping? I got fucking cooked in the main one. Oh, I know that feeling. My, like, the entirety of high school, apart from, like, the first half of grade 11, all my math grades were just, like... They weren't good. They weren't good. I graduated with, my math grade being, like, a single point. Which might not make sense because, it's German grading system in high school. It's basically like, instead of grades, we have points from 0 to 15. 0 would be just a straight up like F, you got nothing, and 15 would be like an A+, I guess. Like, completely perfect. I passed with 1 point. Like, I barely fucking made it. Phoenix as an NPC in this trilogy, he just looks smart and wise and less panicky. Yeah, I feel like... But it's also important to remember that, like, this is probably... Maybe not exactly, but this is more or less what many people also just saw in the first 3 games. At least game 2 and 3. At the very least game 3, I would say. Because right now, we don't have Phoenix's internal monologue. Like, I'm expecting this guy to still be fucking sassing it up and mildly panicking at every turn in his head. But on the outside, he's just learned how to bluff his way through everything. He's just learned how to look like he knows what he's doing. More or less. And I mean, you know, it's also been 7 years. And the man has probably, like, layers upon layers of depression on him already. So that probably plays a part too. Literally was so cooked I had to look under the desk for potential answers left behind from previous generations. God, yeah, no, you know that's when you're fucked. Oh, man. Where have you been lately, Daddy? You haven't been coming to the office at all. Ah, sorry about that, Rusi. I'm on a secret mission. Secret? You mean like you're undercover? Like Mr. Latouche, only shorter and not as well dressed. I passed with 1 point in my computer science class. Think the checker had pity on me? Oh no, what if you're shot too, Daddy? Has Phoenix been shot yet? I don't think Phoenix has been shot yet, has he? He's eaten glass, he's been hit with a car, he's fallen off a bridge. He's almost been poisoned. I don't think Phoenix has been shot yet. No, he hasn't. It's about time, methinks, you know? This man could probably fucking survive a shot to the head and survive. Did I say survive twice? I don't know. Phoenix woke up 20 minutes ago and is running caffeine. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. This man does not have his shit together. Would I do a thing like that to you? I can't know with you, good sir. Anyway, I'm off for a while. Like, you're leaving? Oh, one thing before I go. What? Good luck. Thanks. You know, you could fucking asshole. Right. Is that all you came to say? I think you have things pretty much under control. You'll get Marky by off the hook, no doubt. Yeah, but... Does this man realize that you don't, like, sometimes just being there and being supportive helps? Does this man know? Like, I know you can... Phoenix, I know that sometimes you can have the emotional intelligence of a fucking 70-year-old grumpy old man. But like, my guy. But you're after that detective, aren't you? Darian Crescent. Won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system. The current court system? What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption. Namely, that our Diva Divine is telling the truth. But what about all the proof? The brooch and the switch. A piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder. There are plenty of other ways to explain these things. The flaming guitar, too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. But if the sultry songstress is lying, your case melts like butter in a frying pan, leaving behind the faintly singed scent of failure. Every now and then I remember that this guy was a theater kid. And, you know, lines like these make sense. So what do I do? Fucking help! Like I said, good luck, bitch! You know, it's funny. And, be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend. Detective Sky. Emma? Let's see, this bag of snacks here was meant for me. Ah, here it is. Wait, what was that? What are those, Daddy? They don't look like very good snacking material. They were found at the scene. Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder. Gunpowder? Probably a firecracker or something similar, like the ones kids are into these days. These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually. Under the sofa? Under the sofa, okay. Hey, Apollo? That's where he found that little device thingy. Oh, yeah. Right, this. Well, finally some evidence that makes sense. Yeah, thanks for giving an answer without actually answering. Burned fragments. Let's like a closer... Okay, never mind. That's all from me, I suppose. See you after the verdict. Maybe. Right. Every man has an igniter inside him. My god! Excuse me? Find Darian Crescent's igniter and set it off. And out he and he walked out the door, just like a magician, normally. You know, Apollo Justice in particular, like the game, this game in particular, just supports the theory that Phoenix has probably never had, that Phoenix's parents probably suck ass. Because this man is not emotionally available. He's never been, and he still isn't. It's only gotten worse. This man has not grown up with a like stable, in a stable environment. That is the only explanation you can give for this. No person who grew up in a healthy household behaves like this. It's a shocker this man is still single. It isn't. Oh, man. Like, my god, this man has, like, so many problems, and he probably doesn't even realize that they are problems. It is fascinating. It is genuinely fascinating. And despite games 5 and 6, despite people complaining about Phoenix's character in games 5 especially and 6, I'm still curious to look at these games and see where they take this whole thing. God, Phoenix as a character is so fucking interesting. What does he want us to do? No conventional methods? What does that mean? I guess we just have to take his advice and hope it makes sense when the time comes. I guess. We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy. Hang in there, me. Bro showed up just to remind us he's still the main character. I mean, kind of, yeah. This man is like, God. It is so... On the one hand, it's like really good, but also so frustrating. But like, you know, in a good way. that we cannot see inside this man's head now. Like, I am dying to know what is going on in that brain of his. He is cooking something. He is cooking, he is burning the kitchen down, and even though I know what's gonna happen, even though I know what happens in this game, it's like scenes like these where I'm like, what was your process here, my guy? What was the like, what were you thinking while saying all this bullshit? Even if I know the end result and like more or less how it came to be, like these single instances, it just makes me so curious. Court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where is Detective Crescent? In the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time. Very well. Might I add, I don't believe any of this. Darian was the first detective I ever worked with. I am so sorry, sweetheart. We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs, Division 3. But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination. That's nice, but it has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Correct? Oh, I know, her forehead. Very well, call the final witness to the stand. Detective Darian Crescent. Yeah, no, Apollo's answers sometimes are so funny. They're like so funny. Like you can tell like he's trying to be professional, but there's always like that little bit of attitude. That little bit of attitude. I honestly I forgot or I didn't realize just how snarky and sassy Apollo could really be. And I love it. And you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. He's like, what, fucking 22, fucking became a lawyer, and then everything went to shit for him. And his, quote, mentor, Phoenix can't really be qualified as a mentor, but his employer, I guess, like, isn't even really available to him. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, he has to basically, like, kind of teach himself everything from scratch. Because his last mentor sucked ass, or his last mentor turned out to be a fucking asshole, more or less. So he kind of just like has to pick up the pieces and make do with what he's got. Yeah, no, like Apollo, he's similar to Phoenix when he started out, definitely. But Apollo, I think, like, from the get-go, Apollo shows more baggage, if that makes sense. Like, you can tell, emotionally, there's more going on with him than there was with Phoenix at first. Like, their approaches are, they're similar, but still a little different. Name and occupation, please. Darian Crescent, Detective Criminal Affairs, Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division, for those of you who didn't know. And I'm a guitarist for the Gaviners. Maybe you've heard of us. Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today? Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner. Oh... You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here. Situations change, Darian. And don't call me... Oh! Damn. So much for old friends. I see what you're doing, Darian. You are pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial... Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. You may begin with your response to Lamirar's testimony. If, in fact, you have anything to say about it. Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. Wow, that's low-key. Dude. Little judgmental here. And wherever you're from, Mr. Justice. Huh. Conventional methods are out of the window, huh? Here goes nothing. The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots, as if. Didn't Detective Emma Skye hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man. So you claim Lamiroar's testimony was a lie? Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just because she's blind. You go too far, Darian. Look, all I'm saying is you've got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective? Detective Skye. I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. You didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. You can't do this with Lamiroar's testimony alone. You'll have to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place. Alright, time to press everything first. You don't have any proof she was lying? Oh yeah, kid? You saying I lied? No, I'm just saying, Apollo, glare back at him! Couldn't help it, I flinched by reflex? Reflex. Detective Crescent. Yeah, what do you want? Nothing. Apollo, chin up! Back straight, you're wilting! This guy's hard as nails! He makes Walkie look downright cooperative. Look, there's no way the diva remembers my voice. Alright. You never talked to her even though you were playing in the same concert? Not a word as far as I can recall. But weren't there planning sessions or something? Gavin took care of all that himself. Darian wasn't involved in any of the meetings with her. As if you can just go around remembering everyone's voice like that anyway. Only an idiot would believe that. I mean, I can remember people's voices after hearing them once or twice usually, depending on the voice, depending on how unique the voice sounds, I guess. It's not impossible. Lamiroar's hearing is very sensitive. She could remember him if she heard him, I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it. And I need proof. 1 second. Okay. We know she missed the words. The mixing board proved it. Oh yeah, there was a mistake. But oh yeah, there was a mistake, but blaming it on gunshots is just a lame excuse. What do you mean? The mixing board proves what? It proves there was a mistake in the song, a miscue. So, she just flubbed it up big time, that's all. She spins this story about a gunshot to protect the kid, and covered for her own goof. Man, I'd have to hand it to her, if she wasn't sticking it to me at the same time. Darian, watch what you say. Lamiroar is an artist. She just flubbed it up. That's no small accusation for a performer of her caliber. Huh. She got to you alright. I can see it in your eyes. I tell you, most of her stuff is so pretentious, it's way over my head. I'm detecting a rift in the governor's ranks. Anyway, she's too close to the defendant. Her testimony can't be trusted. You ask me, I'd go with Detective Skye's story at the drop of a pick. Johanna, welcome in. How you doing? This guy looks like a Tokyo Revengers character. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Whoops, I didn't press that. Actually, I was there too. So I hear. Which means you heard them too, right? The gunshots? Yes. we heard gunshots. Neither I nor Emma actually saw the shooting, mind you. Huh. Ooh. I guess you and Lammiroar got the same excuse then. We know one thing for certain here. There were gunshot-like sounds that emanated from that room during the third set. Ain't seen Tokyo Revengers after season 1. I know a friend of mine really liked it. I know, I never watched Tokyo Revengers myself. But I know a friend of mine really loved it, except for, like, apparently the manga had, like, a really, really fucking bad ending because, I think, like, the author actually had to change the ending because, I don't know if it was because, like, fans were complaining or he was rushed or something. But yeah, but it sucks. But I never watched it myself. My Hero popping off the season? Bro, I've been watching, My Hero Academia these past days. I've been catching up. I watched the anime first when it came out, like 2016, 17 or something, and the second season was airing. I stopped during the tournament arc, and I don't know, I just never got back to it. And then recently I continued onward, and the tournament was fucking amazing. And I'm currently, like, a little over halfway through season 5. And man, My Hero Academia is so good when you don't have a bitch in your ear constantly telling you it's not. Like, my god. The amount of people who, like, most of them probably didn't even watch the actual anime or the actual series. They just yap for the sake of fucking yapping. Like, My Hero Academia in itself is not even bad. Like, sure, like, the story, like, is like, not anything, like, totally new or something, but, like, so what? Fucking, so what? Yeah, it's, like, the plot itself is, like, at its core, very basic, but it doesn't have to be unique. It just has to be executed well. Season 4 and 5, it kind of falls off for me, but comes back around season 6. Interesting. So far, I actually really like seasons 4 and 5. More than what I've heard people say. I don't know which was the bats. Was season 5 the one that people didn't like, or was it season 6? I don't remember. But, like, honestly, My Hero Academia, I guess it also depends, like, what you watch the show for. Like, personally, I don't need whatever series I watch or a game I play. I don't need novelty. I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing. I don't need things to, like, constantly switch up and be new. I just need them to stick. I just need them to know what they want to do and to do it well. My Hero Academia, even if the plot isn't the most complex, like, it's so far it's done well. The characters, especially, My Hero Academia is I've mentioned this on Twitter, but My Hero Academia is one of those few series, especially modern series, in my personal view, who has, like, a fairly big cast of characters and actually manages to flesh them all out decently. Some more than others, of course, but everyone gets their screen time, and it doesn't feel like anyone's really left behind. And you don't see that a lot nowadays. The only other series that I remember that, like, does this really well is Haikyuu. Or, like, I guess, like, sports anime in general. Even Kurokuro Basket does it decently well. But, like, not many series manage that, especially with so many characters. So, honestly, that's what I watch a series for. I watch it for the characters, and in that aspect, it's doing well. I actually prefer MHA over JJK. JJK has cool action, but I just feel zero investment in the characters most of the time. I was planning to watch JJK at some point, when it was, like, I guess, like, newer. But, like, by now, I mean, fucking, you can't go 2 meters without getting spoiled about literally everything that happens in the series, so I feel like there wouldn't just, I mean, fucking, what's the point, you know? How long have you been yapping for, ma'am? Only a couple minutes, but I should probably get back to the game. I would love to talk about this more. Maybe I'll do it after we actually finish this case. Sorry about that. But you know what? That's expect this. This is normal. Occasional yapping is normal. I do want to talk about MHA. Once I catch up to the anime, I might actually. Once I catch up to the anime, I might actually in a future stream just sit down and like talk about it. Because I actually do really love that series. But anyway, for now, we're gonna finish this, and maybe at the end of stream, I'll have some more stuff to say. We'll see. I will not be tempted. I was gonna be like, pointless rant incoming. I mean, hey, listen, everything is if you want, like, every rant is pointless, maybe, kind of. I don't know where I was going with this. But like, ranting and yapping, that's my thing. If you don't like that, then well, that sucks. There's always VODs where you could just skip over my yapping and get back to the actual game. But if I wish to yap, then I shall yap. But for now, we are actually gonna get back to the game. I'll yap after this case is done. Let's see. There are gunshot-like sounds that emanated from that room during the third set. What we must determine is whether those sounds were actually gunshots. Maki heard them too. Remember he said he ran for the air duct when he heard them? So, how do we figure out just what those gunshots during the third set were? That could have been what the shooter wanted us to think. I'll tell you what the shooter, that kid, wants you to think. He wants you to think the diva hurt me in that room. I'm back to relying on Lamira's testimony. As much as I'm enjoying the Darien and Forehead show, there is no need for such tempers. Don't make us into some comedy duo. This mean the Gavin and Darien duo show's cancelled? Neither of your claims can be proven or disproved. We could argue for days like this and get nowhere. Prosecutor Gavin is quite right. This court will hear no further discussion on this topic without new facts. New facts, huh? He's pretty eager to paint Lamimara as a liar, isn't he? Yeah, because our testimony is basically our entire case. This is tough. So what do we do? I've got a few ideas. Do you? I mean, yeah, I do. I just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when he says it did. It's raining? Let's go! Okay, plain sounds, you have to back up the story. Never heard my voice. Let's... Possibly a firecracker! Burn frag... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait, actually, what if... Do we just go for it? Objection! Let's go! Some things were found at this crime scene after yesterday's trial. What things? The first was this small device. That's the remote-triggered igniter. Correct. And one more thing. What are those? The remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope. Traces of gunpowder Traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker. How did Gavin know about this? What, you think Detective Sky works for you? I received the report this morning before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually. What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin? I registered Darien as a witness in today's trial. Ooh. Just in case. This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the third set could have been two firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control. And that was why that was what the press the switch was for. It was not just to make the guitar go off, like go up in flames, but also to set off those firecrackers. Ah. You got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient to me. How so? So, you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off right when the two witnesses came walking by? Huh. Well, if Apollo, sure, Apollo might have been a coincidence. But Emma was supposed to be there. Clavier told her to be there, and Darian might have either overheard it or, you know, known about it somehow. So he would have known that she would be sticking around that area. That's right. Darian was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How would he know someone was backstage right then? If a firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one there to hear, you get my drift. Why go through the trouble, man? No, Apollo? Sit down. He may not look it, but Darian is a gifted detective. Show any weakness and he's sure to find it. Phoenix in the audience with his popcorn. Phoenix just sitting there like, damn, that would have gotten me. He may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man. That reminds me. I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself. And I saw something odd there just before the third set. Something odd? A headset. The kind all of the band and staff members were wearing. I can read. That's right. We picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room. What if that headset wasn't dropped but placed? And what if it was... He's just like straight up working with us now. Like he's not even like, he is just straight up co-op. Like we are just working together on this now. You could hear what was going on in that hallway. Even if you were out on stage. Clavier's, we're just straight up co-op. I love this. Whose side are you on, Gavin? Listen to me, Darian. There are no sides in a court of law. That's my man! Which is why I now turn to you, Hair Forehead. I have a question for you. Huh? For me? The igniter and the burned fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. It's certainly a possibility that they were part of a ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix and you could fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake. We can't say. Actually, no. I was gonna say couldn't you just check like the gun that Latouche had on him and check like how many rounds were fired, but like fucking doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Friendship ended with Darian. I am now friends with Apollo. You've raised the possibility that the shots heard during the third set were faked. Now you need to prove the other half on the case. Of the case? The other half. Look, I'll just tell him. He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. That right, Gavin? Indeed. If you can't prove that, then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless. Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second set? I think... You'd better know, Apollo. Otherwise we're through. It can be proven. You make it sound like someone else is gonna come along and do it for you. Well, maybe someone is. I don't know. Witness your testimony, if you would. This isn't gonna be easy. I need some decisive proof and fast. You ready, kid? Because I am. Okay. Thankfully, I believe I know what to do here. I seem to remember this part. And honestly, I am glad I do, because otherwise I don't think I would have figured this out. But let me check if I'm on the right track here. I don't remember what was the first or second part. There it is. There it is. Also, why is... Hold on, 1 second here. What is... Why is my mic being weird? My mic should not be weird right now. Hold on. My mic should not be weird right now. But for some reason, it is weird. Okay. But yeah, here it is. Can I present a specific thing? Or no? I don't think. Okay. But yeah, this is it. There, we heard it. There was indeed a shot. Let's see your proof. Objection! Bam. Honestly, I do not want to assume that I would have gotten that if I hadn't known about it beforehand. This one seems like a tougher one. It seems there was clear proof left behind. Right here in Lamirar's song. Her song? What exactly is this, device thingy? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps? Come on, we just use this. And don't get me started on gramophone. This device was used to record the performance, part by part. Move the sliders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately, Lamirar's voice included. Ho-ho! But what does this prove? According to Lamirar's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song. Ah, you intend to examine the recording at that moment, yeah? We might even hear those gunshots. Exactly. Huh, ridiculous. Oh, he's sweating. He is sweating. How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room out on stage? Have you forgotten, Darian? We were all wearing these headsets. Oh. We were all deeply involved in our performance, but Lamirar's headset would have picked up what she heard all the same. Then let's get to analyzing that recording. Right now. Find that spot and I'll find the gunshots. Oh, have to. Turn the metronome. The metronome is kind of annoying me. It should be the first part, right? Okay, so it is part 2. Your Honor, listen to this part. Ooh, what's this? Imagine deaf people trying this. I mean, I guess you could sort of make I mean, it would be more difficult, but I guess you could make do if you like remember like at what part the lyrics kick in, and if you watch the soundboard, like if you watch like the what do you call it, like the meter go up and down, I guess, but it would still be kind of tough. I hear nothing. How is this possible? Wait, isn't that Judge hard of hearing? I can hear just fine, thank you very much. You heard me thinking. I saw what you were thinking on your face. Judge's hearing aside, I too heard wait. Leading me to believe there was nothing there to be heard. I guess that's the wrong spot. Wait, but it's at the start of the... Do I have... Once more if you would. Once you heard the shots fired, find that spot and I'll... Bro, wait, hold on. Next section. Turn it all down. All of it down. All of it down. All of it down. Oh, it was like right in between. Come the fuck on. It's literally right here. Do I have to like stop before it and... Listen to this part. Huh? Do I have to present the first part? But that's not where it... Oh my god, I can't. I cannot save. Of course I can't save. Am I like being very dumb right now? But like, do I stop like right before? Do I just have to stop in a general section? But huh? Wait, what if I present the first... Okay, wait. What if I just don't pause? I just present it like right before it happens. Am I dumb? What the fuck? What the fuck? Am I not presenting the right part? But like it is right there. Oh, also, thank you for the hydrate, Apple. I didn't even see that. But I did just take a sip of water. That is the spot though. What the fuck? Yes, she stopped singing when she heard the shots fired. Find that spot and I'll find the gunshots. Yes. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll listen to the whole thing again. I'll listen to the whole thing again. I'll jump to the second section because I already heard the rest. I'll listen to this whole thing again. Yeah, but like, I mean, I am on the right. I am on the right thing. Like, it is that part. It is this part right here. Like, this part right here. That's it.
Take that!
No, what the actual fuck? What in the act? No, I don't want to save. I want to load. What the fuck? Am I gonna have to look up fucking where exactly it wants me to point here? Because that's bullshit. That is actual bullshit. Maybe try hearing the first track. I suspect something there. Is there? I mean, I did listen to the first track, but I didn't hear anything. Hold on. Okay, you know what? Let's... Actually, hold on a moment. Let's not listen to Lami Raj's voice. We know Lami Raj is like in the second. Let's listen to the other tracks first. Let's go through the other ones. Just because. Well, there's a whole lot of nothing there. That's just the... Okay, that's... Wait a moment. Wait. This is... Okay, this is Maki's part. Oh, wait a moment. Why does this sound weird? Hold on. Do I have to point out maybe the keyboard? Is it maybe playing a wrong key? Is that supposed to be it? But I don't... Hold on a moment. Maybe? Let's listen to this this last part. I don't think there's gonna be anything there, but that's just a... Okay. Maybe? I don't know. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Maybe do I have to play both at the same time? Wait, autosave? Wait, where does the autosave take me to? Where does the autosave take me to? I just wanted to see. Oh, never mind. The Okay, sure. What if we mute all singers so we can filter any singers and we can mainly hear any outside voices? I mean, I did... So what I did is I presented pretty much everything I could with just Lamirar's voice turned up. And now I tried to... Oh dear. And now I try to focus on Maki singing instead. But that still didn't... Like, the gunshot, it's right here. It is literally right here. Locate the gunshot. The gunshot is literally right fucking here. This is so weird. Now everything's down. Like, this is it. This right here is it. And this should be the part that I need to present. But apparently it is not. Apparently, for some weird-ass fucking reason, it is not. It's unclear how you're supposed to present it. Yeah, it's... What if you hear the first part before the second part? I feel like I did, but let's... With everything muted. Let's everything's on mute. I don't think you're gonna be able to... I mean, actually, maybe. Let's turn the fucking metronome off. I hear nothing. I actually hear nothing in that first part. Like, genuinely, I do not hear a thing. Maybe it's... Hold on. Maybe it's my headphones. Actually, maybe it's my headphones. You know what? Fuck it. I'll switch my headphones. Hold on 1 second. Dean, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm kind of going insane right now. Let's try this. I know I muted everything. But I also thought that maybe there could also be another thing here. Whoops. Why are you... Oh, you're not connected. Okay. You are not connected? Why are you not connected? Because you connected to my phone, you dumb fuck. Okay, now let's try this again. Like, one gunshot is obviously at the start of the second part. And there it is. There it is. And I don't think there's anything else. I think that is the only one. And I think that's just the only part. And that's what I mean. I presented that part. And I think that's there's nothing else there. Like, the rest is just normal. Da 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 da. Okay, yeah. And that's what I did. I presented this part right here. I presented it while that part was running. I presented it like I paused right before I presented the first part, and apparently everything is wrong. Apparently all of those were wrong. And it makes no sense. So unless I'm like missing something real fucking bad. Let me go back to my other headphones because these ones have like a slight delay. Hold on. I might actually have to look this up because this is so fucking dumb. This is actually so dumb. I'm gonna try one more time to fucking present this. Whoops. Hold on. Hold on. Did you present the second part? I did. I presented the second part. I presented the second part again, like right when the gunshot was happening. I presented it right before it happened, and it just wasn't correct. For some fucking reason. And I would not be surprised if I try this again now, and then it suddenly it works, and I'm gonna look like a fucking dumbass. I would not be surprised in the least. Hold on, let me put these back. Okay. What if I just let this run?
Take that!
Are you kidding me? You saw me present that part. Oh my god. I fucking hate this. This is bullshit. This is actual like, this is the first part where I'm actually like, this is awful. This was awful. I presented it right before the gunshot, right as the gunshot sounded, and like right after the gunshot. And it did not work. You're telling me I have to... This is a track with Lamirar's vocals. You know, the one I presented like 3 times and you all told me I was a fucking idiot. Oh my god. Yeah, I had to present her... I'm guessing I had to present a part where her voice was actually sounding, instead of the fucking gunshot itself. Yeah, it did sound like a gunshot. No fucking... No shit. This is the worst. This is the fucking worst. This right here, like, knocked the entire case down by 1 point. I do not care. This was bullshit. What? This has to be some kind of mistake. I believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second set. Which means Lamirar's testimony was true. God, Jesus fucking Christ. Order! So she was telling the truth about what she'd heard. Yeah, it's over. Press the switch now. Oh god. Just after that, there was a gunshot, and then the guitar caught on fire. Detective Crescent, you weren't on stage during the second set. You could have done it. But why did we only hear 1 gunshot at the recording? On the recording. Weren't 2 bullets fired from this weapon? Lamar was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then as she passed over the dressing room, bam! The gun fired again, and Mr. Lotus's life was taken. Well, Detective Crescend. Yeah, you better be fucking sweating bullets after the bullshit I just went through. Once again, I am reminded of something. Our performance that day... Your performance? Seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You were there too, Forehead. Yep, we got that. Hello, someone's dead. Why does Darian's hair throb like that? Listen, he's maybe it's just a wig. Maybe it's just a wig or like extensions. So they just go boing. They just boing up and down. There was this performance just now. Oh, that right. I think I might have mentioned this last stream. Maybe I didn't. But that was why he was sounding off, because probably right when like his playing started like stuttered, that was when he told Maki to play the switch. Press the switch. His hair movement makes me think of certain things. Get your head out of the gutter. Shut. Darian's breakdown is fucking funny. I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you, I know how you play. You're better than that. Yeah, well, You what? You what? And Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at? I'm talking about the murder weapon, Mr. Lotus's .45 caliber hand cannon. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver. Oh, it wasn't because he was telling Maki to press the switch, it was because... Oh. I see. My mom was cutting onions and I can fucking feel it in my... Bro, I hate fucking cutting onions. Every time I make dinner or I make something to eat, I have to and I cut an onion, I have to pause at least once or twice during that ordeal because my eyes just get too teary, or I have to ask my granddad to do it. My granddad, who for some reason doesn't tear up like at all. Meanwhile, I get like near the smell, I'm like, ah. The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur. Wait, Yuina's playing was affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver? You're forgetting something. I am a trained police officer, you know. I've had firearms training, plenty of it. I'm no amateur. The standard sidearm issued to police officers is a .38 caliber weapon. A much tamer beast. Also, the murder weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Lotus. Yeah, now the fucking recall matters. Not when we were fucking talking about, you know, Maki, a child, allegedly having fired the thing. This game is really fucking good. Apollo Justice, honestly, I think Apollo Justice is definitely in my top 3 Ace Attorney games. Definitely, by far, I think. Which suggests there was a struggle between killer and victim. So the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Clavier hopping sides like a pendulum? Actually, no. Clavier has been like on the same side this whole time. He is on whatever side is closer to finding the truth. Whether that's his side or Apollo's side, he has one goal, and that's what he's going towards. Doesn't matter how they get there, but as long as they get there, that's where he's at. And I respect that. The thought had occurred to me, yes. Well, does the witness have anything to say to this? Detective Crescent. What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves Rolled Up Ready for Action has to say. Hey, you, attorney. Me? Exactly which piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little noise on a tape that could be anything. And you have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a .45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin. I really do. You can line up your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager, and that's the obvious truth. Dual Destinies is pretty sad. I myself credible. Dual Destinies fucked me up, I'm not gonna lie. Dual Destinies, like certain parts of that game really fucked me up. As well as Spirit of Justice. Like, people can say what they want about like the game, about like those games, and then like being, I don't know, like they're not perfect games, but in terms of like story and, you know, like just like emotional aspects, 5 and 6 fucking got to me. 6 especially, but we're gonna get there. You're playing, or is this the first time? I watched a playthrough of 4 to 6, so I know what happens, but I am playing this game again to get a more thorough experience, because when I watched someone just play through it, I skipped like a lot of the trials and investigations because I just wasn't too interested in them. I just was like in it for the characters and story, basically. So I'm playing this again to actually experience the trials and stuff fully. And you know, I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting going through a story for the second time and potentially like catching stuff, knowing the full story and catching stuff that I missed in my first go through of this. You know what I mean? Like certain phrases or interactions where the first time I didn't think anything of it, but now the second time properly playing through it, I'm like, oh. And like I'm connecting some stuff in regards to later cases, if you know what I mean. You already played? I am at the Cosmic Turnabout. Oh yeah, I think I know what that means. I'm having a little trouble remembering the names sometimes because it's all turnabout something or something turnabout. Yeah, no, I think I know what that means. That case, honestly, it's an interesting one. Cosmic Turnabout, that is the final case, isn't it? I think that is the last case of Dual Destinies, right? I seem to remember that being the case. Also, hold on, I'm gonna pour myself some more water. It's 5-4. Oh, maybe. I do, yes. I will say, although I know what's gonna happen, I am gonna, in case people are watching, because some people are watching this for the first time, I am gonna, like, steer clear of like, mentionings of later games. Like, I'm not gonna spoil, I'll do my best, like, not to, like, spoil points of later games if we haven't reached them yet. You know, like, we're not gonna talk about like details of any future cases or something, or future character or plot points and stuff, because I do want those who are experiencing this for the first time to, you know, not be spoiled ahead of time. Turnabout for tomorrow is the last and 5th case. The Cosmic Turnabout is the 4th. Oh yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, okay, yeah, fair. I've forgotten 90% of the game I played. You know what? Fair. The witness has a point. The defense's arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Crescent. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it. Yeah, no spoilers. Although I will say that I am very excited for the future games. I am very excited to play 5 and 6 as well after this one. Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. This was that diva's first trip to this country, right? How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? Didn't you just hold up? Hold your horses there, good sir. A simple reason indeed. I mean, at first glance, but he also did tell us, like, literally right when he introduced himself, that he was part of the, his division was taking care of international affairs, and Latouche is an Interpol agent. Prosecutor Gavin, is it the case that Mr. Latouche had not been to our country before? According to our records, yes, not even once. I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination. Great, now I need to find a motive. Changing the topic, I think the next Ace Attorney will be with Athena, right? I hope so. I hope so. It should be, honestly. It makes sense. It makes sense, especially because Athena doesn't really get too much spotlight in the future games. I think it's fair to give her at least one game that's just for herself. Send this cosplayer to jail. Bet. Oh dear god, I need to save. Jesus Christ. I am about to die. Yeah, Ace Attorney 7 should be about Athena. I hope so. What I really want, like, for future Ace Attorney games, I want a game. I want an Athena game, and I want a game. I want a Miles Edgeworth investigation style game for Clavier, because he so deserves it. Mid-battle save is crazy. I mean, hey, I'm literally like one move and I'm out. Her manager, sure, but Mr. Latouche was... Oh, right, sorry. An Interpol agent, wasn't he? I just have trouble picturing that big lung-as undercover cop, you dig? And not a very good one, seeing as how he got wasted. That's... Since when do... Apollo Justice does not say dog! Hold on, I need to screenshot this. Since when does Apollo Justice say dog? I hated Clavier in Ace Attorney 5. Did you? Huh. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. A Mia Fey game would also be awesome, honestly. A Mia Fey game, a Clavier game. I mean, fucking Edward got 2 games for himself. And Athena games. Oh, Emma would also be cool. Emma would also be really cool. Emma, Mia, Clavier, Athena, like those 4 characters, they need their own games. Or at least shared, you know? Like, I don't know, you could... I mean, how would they share, you know? But they need more like spotlight. They need a bit more fleshing out. Trucy game, we get to see Phoenix being a deadbeat? No! No! Not that it matters either way. See, I had no reason to kill the man, whatever he was. Got no motive. But that's the same for Maki. No motive was proven for him. Come on, he traveled around the world with that old fart. He had plenty of time to come up with a motive of his own. More than I sure did. I mean, think about it. I think we deserve to see a game with Miles Edgeworth. Oh yeah, a game with Gregory. I know I know Gregory gets some spotlight in I think was it Investigations 2? In one of the Miles Edgeworth games. He gets some more spotlight there, but honestly, I wouldn't complain about, like, him having his own game too. Like, literally, they can do so much. Like, they can do so much with this series. They just have to fucking get down and put some effort into it, you know? Darian, you're a detective with international affairs. Yeah, what of it? Even if this was Mr. Latus's first trip to this country, you still could have met him prior to the concert. Huh? Or don't you take any international trips in international affairs? That's right. Well, Detective Pretend. Heh, that's your game, is it? Guess I'd better confess then. Confess? Yeah, it's a bit of an embarrassment, but I've never been sent overseas. What? But you're an international... See, me and Blaine's got a difference of opinion. We don't like each other much. My condolences, her forehead, but he's telling the truth. He's never set foot outside the country. I can guarantee it. As it turns out, my division has plenty of work to do locally as well. That's so unfair. Let's be honest, we want a game with every single character. I would love a game with, like... Listen, I want Clavier to have his own game. I want Athena to have her own game. I wouldn't mind Emma and Mia having their own games. Gregory too. Who else is there? I almost mentioned another future character, but I'm not gonna for spoiler reasons. Clavier and Miles team-up game. I would actually love that. Not gonna lie, I would actually really love that. I need to see like more of Clavier and Edgeworth's dynamic, you know? Because I feel like Clavier can be to Edgeworth what Apollo is to Phoenix, but like healthier? More functional? But yeah, man, they have so much fucking ammunition to like release more games in the future, like so many more. Never heard this dialogue when I played, just presented the evidence in this cross-examination. Well, that's what I'm here for. I usually try to press like everything at once just to hear what people have to say, because sometimes there's some fun interactions here. So, you didn't fraternize with him at all during the concert? Fraternize? I don't think we exchanged a single word. As if anyone would talk to that old Eastern blockhead. Now the ladies, that's a different matter altogether. So you see... You sure about that? What? Wipe that look off your face before I do it for you. Listen, you try throwing one of your wild accusations. I'll throw it back at you so hard you'll forget who you're accusing of what. And forehand, perhaps it's best if you let your evidence do the talking, yeah. And what evidence? That's what I want to know. So he's using his motive, this motive question as ammunition, huh? Well, I've got ammunition too. Evidence. Alright, now let's see. Economic manager. Got no motive. First trip to the country. How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why? Okay, the thing that bothers me here is that these statements, many of these are like very similar. So I don't know if there's gonna be multiple options here, or if I have to present, if there's only one statement I can present stuff on. But we'll see. What do we got? News article, colitis, guitar, extracted, next case. Okay, let's go through this again. Nope. Nope. Doubt. Nope. 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 Although I still wonder, have we cleared up yet why that was? Was that only for like confusion with the lyrics? Maybe. Mio, please do not backseat or spoil. Please read the rules. Thank you very much. I'm assuming I present this here.
Objection!
Okay, it's here. Yep. I think Clavier is really similar to Miles. Both of them always want the truth to come to light. Yeah, although with Clavier it's a little different because that's like his that was his motive from the start. Like he didn't have to go through the development that Miles went through. But like by now, yeah. Although Clavier's approach is definitely like friendlier than Miles at times. Your Honor, take a look at this. What's that? Looks like candy. It's not. Don't lick it, please. Detective Crescent. Ever seen this? Looks like a piece of candy. What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it. What? Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings. A cocoon? Never seen one of that color. It is a, oh dear, variety only found in the Republic of Virginia. My throat, Jesus Christ. Nowhere else. Alright, but what is this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has nothing to do with the motive for killing Mr. Latouche. Does it? It does. Wait. I mean, I think it does. You don't sound so confident, man. A cocoon. Also, hold on 1 second. 1 moment. Okay. We're good. Is it one of those silky cocoons? The kind that you can make, well, silk out of? Not this one. This cocoon makes a powerful curative. A curative for what? Apparently, it is most efficacious. I don't know how to pronounce that word. And treating a disease thought incurable. It is the only medicine of its kind. Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, it is. It does make sense to present the replica because, you know, like the replica is the only thing that could like serve as a motive. But still, you know, not. I do not appreciate spoilers or backseating. You get one chance, and after that, you're gonna be put in timeout. If you choose not to listen. However, it is illegal to take one of those healing cocoons out of Virginia. I missed the word. The E word there. It is most that. Efficacious? Question mark? I don't know how to pronounce that. I know what it means, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Whatever for. If it's such a miracle cure, why not share it with the world? That was backseat. I mean, now it's fine. I mean, like we already answered it. I was it wasn't you, Anonymous. It was someone else that was backseating earlier. So it's just a reminder. Just a reminder. No backseating. No hinting. No foreshadowing. No spoiling. Unless I like explicitly ask for it. And like, if you're not sure whether I'm, because I also sometimes, you know, I ask rhetorical questions. If you're not sure whether I'm actually like asking or whether I actually want an answer, just ask, you know. Just ask if I want a hint or anything along those lines, and I'll either say yes or no. Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. We looked into the matter at some length. Apparently, it isn't difficult at all to manufacture the remedy from the cocoon. Yet if you change the process only slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely. Is it drugs? I'm assuming it's... oh, a poison, even worse. I don't know what it means, but I know how to pronounce it. I'm assuming like if whatever means like... is like kind of like a synonym to efficient. That would make sense in the context. What? There was an incident several years ago where some of these got out onto the black market. It caused quite the commotion in the global community, though the media was kept largely unaware. Intriguing. All this has led to a strict ban on the cocoon's export. export. One rigidly enforced by Interpol, among others. Interpol. Right. The victim, Romain Latouche, was an Interpol agent. Detective Crescent, you insist on referring to him as a manager. But that is misleading. Romain Latouche wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent. This soundtrack is really fucking good. The Apollo Justice soundtrack is really fucking great. So I was trying to smuggle this gumball into the country. Is that what you're trying to say? I'm saying that could well be a motive for murder. Oh, so I was gonna sell it on the black market, make myself a pretty penny. Ridiculous. I mean, totally unthinkable. Unthinkable, you say? Why? Perhaps it's time for another testimony about this smuggling of cocoons business. International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Interpol's all hot and bothered about it. Can't sell them on the black market, too dangerous. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. Man, I'm in international affairs, I know the deal. The Dual Destiny soundtrack is even better. I don't fully remember that one, but Ace Attorney soundtracks in general are just really fucking good. Interpol wanted these cocoons bad enough to send Mr. Latouche undercover. You kids think up the craziest things, but no way am I gonna risk life and limb just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money. Not the most noble of statements, but duly noted. According to reports, these cocoons top Interpol's list. Selling them to an underground organization would be risky. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. This is the only motive I've got. It was up to something, and I'm gonna find out what. Alright, baby, let's go. Let's go. Got a memo about these cocoons. That memo, that's how you knew about the cocoons. Oh, nice one, nice one. I'm running scared now. You have to know about the cocoons to plan this. Just how well known are these cocoons? I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I'd never heard of them. Well, Lamirar knew about them, though not their use. My reports indicate that there are ongoing efforts to control information about the cocoons. Most people only know they're illegal to export, that's all. Export. Is it export? 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 Then I have nothing to be embarrassed about after all. You could say people like me who know about him are a minority, yeah. But that includes everyone in international affairs, man. And everyone in Interpol too, for that matter. Yeah. So there are other Interpol agents like Mr. Latouche. All over the world, likely. Deep undercover, most of them. That's why these cocoons are too hot for the black market. You don't want Interpol sniffing through your wares. Most came to the conclusion that export, whatever. Dangerous. Yeah, Interpol finds you, they arrest you on the spot. Or another marketeer might think you're a part of a sting and take you out himself. Times have changed. But wouldn't scarcity? There are so many words today that I am struggling to pronounce. Wouldn't that drive up prices? Yeah, and attention. Every gangster and his brother would want a piece of that action. They'd turn your forehead into Swiss cheese before you could say objection. Maybe we could get them to cut his hair too. Who's on trial here again? Man, you so obviously know nothing about the market. And that's a bad thing? Scarcity, okay, thank you. Don't even try to mess with me about this stuff. I mean... Exactly, like how is it about that, like, it's not a bad thing to not know about the black market, you know? which is why you'd know how to find a loophole in the system. Hey, you can say what you want about me, but back off of international affairs. There ain't no loopholes, okay? What do you think we are, Boy Scouts? That wasn't what I was trying to... Down, Darien. It's as you say. There are no loopholes, at least in the case of these cocoons. Hold on, I gotta pull down the blinder. The sun was shining into my eyes. International Affairs, Interpol, and Virginian Customs are all watching. See, we know what we're doing. Not like some yipping little doggies that lap up every word that diva says. Okay, fuck you, first of all. Why, Ayada? Otta what? You want some of this? Chill, both of you. Let's do this cool, yeah? Screw cool. I want this guy's head on a stick. Jesus, Apollo. Gotta be a way to find out what he wants up to. If I remember correctly, Miles Investigations collections will launch on my birthday. Nice. When is it again? I think it's like 6th, like September 6th? 6th? That's a weird fucking thing to say. Yeah, like early September. Got out of these cocoons. Bought and borrowed about them. Can't sell them on the black market, which are dangerous. Very little bit of anymore. No deal. Okay, that's what we got. Something cocoon. This is definitely gonna come into play. Inchiritis. Okay, let's see here. Can I present this anywhere maybe? Because this seems like the one thing that like makes sense. Exactly, lucrative. Maybe here. Maybe? Let's save again. Gonna have dinner real quick. Bye. Enjoy your dinner. Fuck it. Let's try.
Objection!
Oh, I'm a genius. My B-day is on September 9th. Ooh. 9/9. Why do you just keep, what does it say? Why not choose a less dangerous buyer then? I would. How clueless are you? Everyone in the market's dangerous. The second they found out I was a cop, I could kiss my keister goodbye. Why sell to a black market buyer? How about someone like this? That article that's about the Chief Justices. A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon, but so can a cure. And not a cure for just any disease, a cure for inchiritis. Inchiritis? I've heard of that somewhere. You went to visit a victim of the disease this morning? Aha! Why, that's the disease the Chief Justice's son has. You aren't saying. Our witness is a detective. He would have contact with the Chief Justice. You are saying. The Chief Justice would never deal in contraband. Not even to save his own son's life. But even if the deal went through, why, it'd be an international scandal. That's Detective Crescent's insurance. If word ever got out, the one with his neck on the line and on the line would be the Chief Justice. Is my impression, or is Apollo's grin when he knows he's right is similar to right? It is, yeah. It definitely is. They have that similar kind of vibe. Like they all kind of do, but like with Apollo and Phoenix, I feel like it's definitely a bit more obvious because they're also supposed to kind of be parallels in a way. Detective Crescent, is this true? First I'm a murderer, now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you trying to pit on me anyway? Distasteful as it is to think about, if the Chief Justice were the buyer, why, a seller couldn't hope for a better deal. A very cowardly seller. Don't let sleeves over there trick you. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice. Where's your proof? Well... Oh yeah, and you're forgetting one other important thing. Do tell. Interpol isn't the only ones out there watching us. Virginian Customs barely sleeps. They're so worried about cocoons getting out. So we were informed. Let's continue with the cross-examination. Just how strict is this customs check? Way strict. They keep planes on the ground for hours. I do recall it being a bit extreme. They were even confiscating gumdrops and marshmallows. Yes, it would be hard to distinguish them. That's right, Gavin was in Virginia, wasn't he? I think I know what to do. I remember setting off the metal detector several times. I had to practically strip naked to walk through. Here's a travel tip for you, Gavin. Leave the bling at home, you glamorous fop. When Athena is smiling, she has a completely different pose. Yeah, I do remember that. Hers her attitude is also a little different. Like I think there's definitely stronger similarities between Apollo and Phoenix than Athena and Phoenix, or you know, Athena with the others. Get your restaurant spot and then sentenced to death. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, so there's 3 new statements here. That's pretty extreme. Virginia has this rap as an idyllic? I think that's the word. Laid-back place. Truth is, they're beyond hardcore with security. The Republic of Virginia is a peaceful, pleasant country, so this level of security shows how truly concerned they are about these cocoons. That's the situation. I don't think there's much to press on here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You're in a position to know quite a bit about smuggling. Yeah, I need to know a bit for work, sure. But all we get are reports on the failed smuggling ops. Not exactly something you want to go copying. But if you want, I can tell you a few of them. Maybe you'll succeed and get rich. I would be interested in hearing. Purely from a legal perspective, of course. Judge? Haji? I weep for our judicial system. Peace isn't sought, it's enforced. Yeah, yes. Tricky. Tricky. Why do I hear boss music? Okay, so it's one of these. Everything and everyone gets checked. Arrested on the spot, sentenced to death. Everything and everyone gets checked. However, we do know... Let me save. We do know that there was one item that probably wasn't checked. Or like, at least there are ways to get things out of the country without having them like thoroughly inspected.
Objection!
Oh, I'm a genius. By which I mean I kind of remember at this point, but I'm a genius anyway. Actually, there is one way. What? One way to get something out of the country, no checks. What is it? You become a prosecutor. A prosecutor? Yep, he caught on. I don't believe it. Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office? Mm-hmm. I was gonna ask about the court record. I then remembered the guitar. Yeah. Time for Apollo Justice music. Pursuit music. Go, Courts of Steel. Bro, can you imagine? I would have loved if there was just like one OST here that just had fucking Apollo like fucking showing off his vocals. Like just one OST and like for like moments, for like really like hype moments like these that are actually like that have vocals. I don't know. Just like I wish that the vocal version of Clavier's of Guilty Love was in the game, but unfortunately it's not. To be fair, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but also, you know, it would be nice to have like just like one, even if it's just like one part, like the final case or something, and you have like one scene or OST that's like the same as before, but there's vocals now. That would be so fucking cool. Couldn't carry down the plane. Change the air pressure. There we go. Yeah, no, Clavier is smart. He's a smart boy. Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched? Quite. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets and vacuum packed in Virginia. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that guitar was... With cocoons this small, it would have been very easy to use your guitar as a mule? To smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. What? Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, that guitar had some work done on it recently. Oh, right! He did say he had someone inspected. Good memory, forehead. Bam 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 bam. Right. An igniter. Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if that igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar? You mean... He means this, of course. There was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. They could use picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitar as a mule. And who better to do it than someone with access like a member of the band? Yark. Yeah, when this music plays, like this music, you know, we're cooking. When this music plays, you know, we're cooking something. So the igniter was placed in there for a clear reason, it seems. It was a safety precaution. Ah, hair, forehead. At last, it all comes together. Every strange thing that happened that day. Here to review. Maestro, the gentle Sauke. First, my keys were stolen. The harmless misdemeanor. Which forced me to break the lock in my guitar case. The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar. Okay, now we have that. But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler. What's that? Mr. Latouche. Mr. Latouche, an undercover agent, was onto something. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check the shipping records. So, Mr. Latouche tried to examine the guitar himself. If the cocoon were confiscated, then the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. And that's where we got it. I bet Darian's like, oh shit, how is this long sleeve dude figuring it out? Yeah, like, Darian has to be fucking sweating bullets up there. I like Mia's theme song more. I don't fully remember Mia's theme song, to be honest. And then... Mr. Latouche died. With Lamirar there to witness it. There's your case. Brilliant, man. Oh dear. Detective Crescend? I gotta know. You make all that up on the fly? For a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, Darian. Huh, the Republic of Virginia. Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there. True, you haven't. Huh, let's see you make up some story for that, kid. How'd I hide the cocoon in the first place, huh? It's not so hard to imagine. You had help. A Virginian accomplice. That's all. I think it's the objection 2007, if I remember well. I'll go have a listen. I'll go have a listen to that later. Maybe after this is done. I don't know. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lamirar heard proves it. You made this transmission from backstage, while your co-conspirator was on stage. But who was it? This is it. The coup de grace. Le coup de grace. And for once... and for once, I know what I'm doing! Let me screenshot that. There's only one person who could have helped her. Let's see what Mr. Justice has to say then. But be warned. With a great accusation comes great responsibility. Make up your answer on the fly, as it were, and you'll be harshly penalized. I mean, it can't be any worse than what I have right now. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Just in case. Just in case. I know what I'm doing, but just in case. Whoops. Who was the smuggler's accomplice? It was Phoenix Wright! That secret mission he's been going to? That's what it was about. Emma Sky, bet. What do we have? Okay. A bed. Oh, it's 2004. There's only one per okay, and that person is the defendant, Maki Tobai. But Mr. Justice, he's your client. The defense attorney accusing his client, that's a new one. Hey, I am only here to get him free of the murder charge. Everything else is not my problem. I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I. But I am here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Latouche. And I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime. Indeed, the defendant is Virginia. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice. But what if it was in fact Lamirar? Couldn't have been. What, you seem sure of yourself? The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor. Recall that this remote only works to a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. That's true. Now think back to the testimony. When the shooter made this transmission, Lamirar was in the air vent, right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram. This is the area that the remote could reach from the air vent. While looking at this, it seems that Lamirar still could have done the deed. No. When the shooter made that transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar serenade. Part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and the Lamirar stand-in were in the air. They were on a tower which happens to be 15 feet tall. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lamirar's position in the air vent. Apollo's probably the only one who really understands. He is literally a world-class detective, investigator, and attorney all in one. Yeah, I feel like that's just like the job. I do wonder. I know that this whole thing is like supposed to be vaguely, you know, like a parody of the Japanese court system, and I do wonder just how well equipped, I suppose, defense attorneys are in Japan. If it's like similar that like the prosecution gets way more to work with than the defense. I'm kind of curious about that. Maybe, probably, like, definitely, I'm assuming like not to the extent that it's shown in game, But I wouldn't be surprised if things were like, what do you call it? Like tilted towards the defense's, the prosecution's favor, in real life too. Yeah, no, in Ace Attorney, you just do everything. Like, you would have to get paid multiple wages. At least, like, part-time. Like, full-time defense attorney, part-time detective, and fucking forensics, whatever. The remote couldn't have worked from Lamirar's position in the air vent. Well, Detective Crescent, what do you say to that? And Athena is a psychologist, yeah. Your Honor? Yes, Detective. Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one short time. Well, I don't see why not. What? Don't tell me he has a way out of this. Wait, what are you getting at, my good sir? Oh, wait, no, I know what he's getting at. Wait, no. What is he getting at? Hold on. Oh, wait, oh, because it was already starting. Wait a moment. I think I get what he's going. Where he's going. Too bad, so sad, punk. Punk? First you were sleeves, then kid, now punk. You're losing rank fast, Apollo. Did I even have a rank? What exactly were we supposed to see in this video? The problem isn't in what we see, correct, Darian? Right, it's what you hear. We are musicians after all. Care to explain for us non-musicians? Sure thing, punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the wee pianist to set up that igniter. That right? Yes? At least he's not a pepper yet, that is true. Well, in order to do that, you have to press a switch. Oh, I see where he's going, and that's gonna fall flat, buddy. Am I right? Okay. Well, take another listen. Pay attention to the piano. Piano? It's still not over. I think we're getting fairly close. We're getting close. What seems to be the problem here? The piano sounded just fine. Yep, and that's the argument he's gonna bring up. And that's the problem. Man, you still don't get it. Ah. Yeah, how's he supposed to hit that switch if he's playing? They've got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the piano, and the drums. The only one with her hands free was the diva. Let me roar. But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out if they couldn't even press a switch. Okay, this one. Even if I feel like even if I hadn't known, it seems, at least to me, it seems very obvious. Where did we find that switch? We found that switch inside the piano. And we heard the clicking sound of presumably the switch being pressed when Trucy tried to play and she hit a certain note. So I feel like that's pretty straightforward there, at least. That one I don't struggle nearly with as much because like I remember where we found it. And if it happened to be like on a note that was supposed to be there. I solved that with my lucky, I didn't understand that. Oh dear. You couldn't have pressed that switch. Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire. Well, it's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes. Apollo, were you wrong? I can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just... Strange. What's strange? Bro, I would love for this game to be voice acted. I would love that too. No, it's just at least like the trials, you know? At least like make it like a Danganronpa thing where like the like only the trials are voiced maybe. Something's odd about the performance there. Odd? Mr. Justice, if Maki Tobaya didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is. But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice. You got the facts wrong, man. Here's some facts for you. Gavin's guitar was on fire, but the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, your story is full of holes. Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant Maki Tobaya the accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought. Apollo, if Maki's not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined. I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. He had to have pressed that switch. Well, you better find a way to prove it. What do I do? What do I do? There has to be something that doesn't fit. I feel sad because the voice actor for Phoenix changed for when the Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Did it? Oh yeah, I do remember Phoenix's voice actor changing like a couple times. But like he has many voice actors. This is just Phoenix and Edgeworth all over again, fighting for justice together. It kind of is. Like, Clavier and Apollo are just like the next generation, and I love that. Trust Druzy. I get it. Apple, what the fuck? Something odd. Something odd. Wait a second. Oh, what? You thought of something? What was Gavin saying just now? Literally just said it. It's not much to go on, but it's all I've got. Apple! What exactly did he look? May I remind you that everything rests on this. Can you prove Maki Tobaya pressed that switch? Let's hear your final answer. Why did you ask that twice? I can't prove... Oh, I thought I pressed that. Whoops. Kinda curious. No, I can't do that. I cannot betray my man. Yes, I can prove it. Bro, I'm exhausted watching this. I mean, to be fair, Apollo is probably like very high strung. I don't know if you call this proof per se, but I can prove it was possible. Then, as a prosecutor, it falls on me to ask you to show us evidence supporting this. Forehead, you're sure about this? Accepted. There's no evidence, man. Then let's see your evidence, Mr. Justice. On what do you base your claim that the defendant pressed that switch? Do I present the mixing board, or... I'm assuming I present the mixing board, because I don't know what else I would be presenting. Not that... Triggers an igniter within found on the stage, but I don't... I feel like we just have to point out where. I was saying that, like... when the gunshot sounded, the piano did sound like a little weird there. Like a note that maybe wasn't supposed to be there. So maybe you have to show that. Fuck it. Apple, what the fuck are you going on about? You are just like off the rails. The basis for my claim is music, Your Honor. Music? What about music? Let's listen to the piano part, around the time when the switch was to be pressed, right before the guitar burst into flame. I'm yapping. You are indeed yapping. You are yapping and not making much sense here. Oh, I wasn't listening fully, but yeah, there's a sound that's off there. There are like 2 notes pressed there at the start. I hear a piano being played, but doesn't it sound kind of simple? Simple? I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Maki could have played that part with one hand? Oh, that's what he was referring to. Oh, okay, I went in a totally different direction with that. One hand. You only needed one hand to press that switch. You could play the piano with the other. What? You're some kind of piano savant? Actually no. Then what do you know? You can play a part like that with one hand. Wait. It would be kind of a stretch. Hold on a minute, I can check this. Hold on, I can actually check this. I have a piano right next to me. Hold on, I can check this. I know I probably don't need to, but I can. I mean, it's maybe a little tough, but it's... I don't remember the exact notes, but it would be tough. It would, he does have a point. It might not be fully possible. Let's see. Our boy here is the mentalist from the Ace Attorney series because he can see through the lies of everyone. Phoenix can literally see the soul of everyone with the Magatama. And Athena is the most normal I mean, Athena is not normal. Like, without spoiling, Athena is not normal. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here. Wait, I know. Hey, Trucy. Yeah, you got something? Mr. Wright, your father, he's a pianist. Could he hold it right there? Oh, Daddy? He couldn't play a part like that even if he had 3 hands. Athena is autistic? Honestly? Maybe. Maybe. I've seen a lot of, autistic Apollo head cannons, and I can also see that. I can definitely see that. So sorry, so sad for you. No, not really. And there he is. Confident Apollo is back. Huh? That was just the easy way to prove it. There is always the hard way. Man, how are you gonna prove whether he played it with one hand or 2? You can't. I admit it will be rather difficult to prove, but it's highly likely he was playing with one hand. How do you know that? The clue is what Prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? Apple, I swear to God. I'll bet we can tell by listening to a certain part of the song. No way. If there's no way, why the fuck are you sweating? Well, it seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. Let's see what Mr. Justice has to say for himself. Show us the part that proves the defendant was playing with one hand, and I'm gonna save here just in case. He's sweating because it's fucking 40 degrees. Also fair. Right before the guitar burst into flame. Maki was definitely playing one-handed just before the guitar caught fire. And one section of the song proves it. Okay, let me see. I think it was number 4 that was the guitar. Okay, yeah. Let's... Hold on, I need to turn this up actually. I can't hear it that well. Hold on. Nope. Go back. There... Yeah, I don't hear a right hand. Actually, no, it's here too. Proof he played one-handed. Let's just present the second section and see what happens.
Take that!
Well... Good thing I just saved. Bum 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 bum. Okay, was definitely wanted for the guitar just before the guitar caught fire. Okay. Yep. One section of the song proves it. Oh, I'm okay. I'm listening to the wrong fucking thing. It's section 3. I'm listening to the wrong fucking part here. Okay, never mind. It's the next part. Okay, I'm just dumb. Yep, okay. I'm just dumb. Okay, I get it. This one's on me.
Take that!
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, we're not doing this again, you bitch. Oh my goodness. Just for the guitar caught fire, one section of the song proves it. Ha 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 ha. Do I maybe just have to like present like the middle of or God, it's totally this is a little I feel like I have it, but I feel like it's the same thing as before with the gunshot, where it's just like it's so weird in where it wants you to actually point. Like it doesn't really make sense. Like, okay, so my thought process here is, right? Every time, pretty much, I'm pretty sure like every time, like every new, I don't remember what that's called in music terms, but every time we hear that like that low note, it's always one note. It's one note, and then, you know, the rest comes along. But here, it starts off with 2 notes. And it sounds a little off. So that is the part I would present. Never mind. But I don't... There it's 1. It might have been 2 like at the very start, but 1. Oh, or is it? Okay, wait a minute. If it's not this. If it's not this... No, 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 I didn't want to present that. I didn't want to present... I guess I did. I just wanted to, like, re-listen to it. Yeah, no, I just want to re-listen, but I, like, yeah, this is the yeah, this was the... You know the difference, why, right? Why don't you present the part that is normal to see what happens? Once again, please no backseating, please no spoilers. Final warning. And no hinting and nothing. Well, yeah, that was accidental success. I was gonna try to, like, pinpoint, like, once more to pinpoint it a bit more. But my next thought was maybe they just wanted, like, the comparison of, like, how it's... how it would sound. And, yeah. Let's see. Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you've realized by now just what it was that sounded odd to you. And I'm sure you've realized it has yourself, Air Forehead. You passed the same way I passed this part. Realized what? I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to the part in question again, shall we? Pay particular attention to the but a fleeting melody phrase. Well? Apollo takes him to court because our forehead doesn't align with his pronouns. I mean, technically it does. Like, he is, like, hair is like is like German for Mister, so it is. Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing? You're right. Enough of that. Nope. Let's listen to another section, shall we? Another section. The guitar burst into flame at the end of the second verse. Are you streaming on Twitch? Yes, I'm streaming this on both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. Pay attention to "Oh That Night in Your Embrace." Play verse 2 again. Ba ba ba. Boom boom boom. Boom. Hold on, verse 2 was some heat. Reloaded. They feel the same, true, but they're clearly very different. Yeah, even the judge noticed. Good job. What? Well put, Your Honor. The phrase in verse 2 is quite simple, but the same phrase in verse 1 has high and low notes. You'd have to use 2 hands to play that for sure. Oh, what does that prove? I would think you'd know that by now. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So the 2 verses had different arrangements. Happens all the time. Not this time, Darian. Yeah, he would know. There's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I had him play specifically so that the piano would stay in the background. Oh, that was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different, I asked myself. Now, ask yourselves why Maki changed how he played, and there's only one answer. He needed a free hand in order to press the switch. Order! Order! I believe this ties all the facts together. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, quite. Though, personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment. Huh. What, no comeback? I can't believe it, I finally did it! I shut him up! Very well, barring an objection from the prosecution, I will now state the court's opinion on this matter. I feel like there's gonna be something more. Yep. Good show, Sleeves. No, great show. It's not over. Da-da. Da-da. I don't like it when he looks so happy. You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what's so disappointing. Personally, I am terribly disappointed in you, Hair Forehead. Shut up. Shut up. I love you. Shut up. Huh? Me? Yes, don't get me wrong, your case is solid. The facts all check out, but even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence. Yeah, but the fact anyone can see it was him. Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it. But... 1,000 facts might point towards the same conclusion. But without decisive evidence, it's not proof. That's the rule under our current legal system. I don't believe it. It does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present. I do wonder how, Phoenix did say that conventional methods aren't gonna cut it here, but what are we supposed to do here? Oh, I think if he did, we already would have seen it a long ways back. I popped the beer too early! It is unfortunate, but at present, this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation. The truth is staring us all right in the face. Why can't they see it? What's the point of a legal system that protects criminals? Apollo, remember what Daddy said? It won't be easy proving you did it. Yep. You gotta poke! You gotta poke some more, my guy! I wonder what he meant by every man's igniter. I think he just meant a weak spot, no? Unless... He looks homeless? Yeah, he's people don't call him Hobo Phoenix for nothing. Although he is not, as far as we know, is not homeless. The kind of thing that a single spark could turn into a wildfire of emotion. I won't be able to press him further by conventional means. I've gotta find a weak spot in this guy. Something fatal. So, can I get back to work now, or what? It may look like I got a load of time on my hands, but I got no more time to play pretend with this deadweight attorney. Mr. Justice, we've come this far without decisive evidence. Someone that I miss from the Ace Attorney series is Francisca. That is true. It would be nice to see Francisca again. This witness won't be coming won't be coming back to the stand once we let him go. Every man has an igniter. You're just gonna fucking repeat Phoenix's thing and hope something comes out of it? Didn't you say the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Prosecutor Gavin? Ah, yes. Good guitars are kept dry is why. That provides the best sound. Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage. I feel like Apollo is just kind of winging it. He's just talking to, like, buy himself a few seconds. That's what it feels like. Your plan has an igniter in it too, Detective. It was there from the very beginning. What? Fight time, Justice. If you blow this one, it'll be out of your hands for good. Go for it, Apollo. What, and this igniter is supposed to come burn me up? That's almost poetic there, Mr. Attorney. Thanks, I stole it. All the better. I'm rather fond of poetry. Good to know. Good to know. Just for research purposes. And I intend to hear this one through to the very end. Your forehead. You are accusing this man, Darien Crescent, of 2 crimes. The murder of Mr. Latouche and the smuggling of a Virginian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove your case. This trial has already run on for far too long. Yep. Speak the truth, Your Honor. Mr. Justice, this will be my last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud is the moment this cross-examination ends. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Then let's have it. Show us the basis for these accusations against Darien Crescent. I will do that if you just give me a second to, save. Just in case. Just in case. Okay, this is really my last chance. The key that will take apart Darien Crescent's plan is... Paul Maki. They run for years in real life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in real life, 3 days is fucking nothing for a case. This makes you want to be a lawyer, but that shit is not as cool. Yeah, no, like, real life lawyering would not nearly be as fun as this. Your igniter isn't a piece of evidence. So what is? It is true that I couldn't show decisive evidence, but perhaps what I needed to prove my case was something else. You mean a witness? Proving his guilt is a tall order, but I've got just the person to do it. Yeah, no, some cases run like I currently have an ongoing case that's been going for like since like almost over 2 years by now. They take long because like those people, I mean fucking especially in Germany, because Germany loves its fucking bureaucracy and documents to the wazoo and fucking slowing shit down at every corner. But yeah, no, cases in real life take a fucking long ass time. Very well. Who is this person who can prove Darien Crescent's guilt? It is the boy himself. The one person who can prove Darien Crescent's guilt is the defendant, Maki Tobai. Your client again? Ba 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 da ba ba. Maki Tobai was an accomplice to the cocoon smuggling plot. Without him, Darien Crescent could never have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, he can easily prove that the one who plotted to smuggle that cocoon is the real criminal in this case. How so? It would require just one of the very cocoons Mr. Latouche was looking for. With the cooperation of the Republic of Virginia, we could burn a cocoon. The burnt cocoon will leave a particular residue. A residue we would no doubt also find inside the burnt out guitar. Very scientific of you, scientifically speaking. Thus, if Makitobai acknowledges his agreement with Darien Crescent concerning the attempted smuggling of a Virginian cocoon, the case is solved. Oh dear. Darien's laughing again. Your unrelenting passion is remarkable. You really want to get me, don't you? Too bad you'll never be able to. Speech. Why not? The little key tickler won't acknowledge anything. Key tickler? What? Oh, as a piano key. I got it. Especially not anything to do with cocoon smuggling. What's this all about? Taking a cocoon out of the country means death. By Virginian law. Virginian law. Yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, he's not talking. But you're wrong, Detective Crescent. It's the other way around. If Maki doesn't admit to smuggling here, he's in deep trouble. How? Look, if Maki admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts by our laws. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling in our country. The victim in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. I'm sure that news has already reached Virginia. And they'll likely broadcast our dealings in court today, including the part about the Virginian cocoon. Yeah, but... But if Maki doesn't admit to smuggling now, he'll eventually be picked up by the Virginian police. And it's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not gonna find him guilty of murder here, not now. Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me. Maybe the law doesn't allow it. But who's going to think you're really innocent after hearing this trial? Even if the law doesn't judge you, the public shall. Azaki, welcome in. How you doing? The same goes for Maki Tobai. The cocoon smuggling, your entire plan. Maki Tobai knows everything. I got COVID? Oh no! Oh no! I hope you feel better soon. Or like, I hope at least it's not too bad. There's only one way out of it for him. And that is to acknowledge his own crime. The crime of cocoon smuggling. But don't worry there. I'll get you out of the country. I'll set you up someplace, a hidden mansion. Real nice. You want a house made of cookies? Or no, a house made out of pianos? Come on. Oh, he is losing it. Please. Oh my god, and it's time. What a good OST to end this to. Oh, he is broken. Didn't want to interrupt him. He is broken. Darien, I consider that my last session with you. We rocked. I'm guessing we can treat that outburst as a confession? Oh, he's laughing again. There's a kind of sick desperation in it now, though. Short stream as in you're almost 3 hours in? Listen, I didn't expect it to go this long. That's why there's a question mark there. Short stream less than 5. I expected this to be a short... I didn't expect it to go on this long. I expected like 2-ish hours. I still feel bad for Clavier, man. Well, have you been listening in on today's trial? Yes. And you talk? You tell this court everything? I didn't want it to turn out this way, but I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime. Today's trial was all for your benefit, you know? I see no reason why you should hesitate now. I knew. From beginning, I knew. Maki. Situation I cannot explain, but money, I need it. Very much money. Today's trial raises a delicate issue with our legal system. The only thing definite in the court of law is evidence. This is the golden rule, however. It has become apparent that not all things can be tried by this standard. Should another case of this sort surface, we may have to consider an alternate system by which to administer justice. Anyway, Mr. Maki-Tobai? Yes? I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country. And with regard to the current charges for the murder of Mr. Latouche, this court is prepared to announce a verdict. He's kinda cute. He's kinda cute. I thank you. I only lie, but you see truth. You find truth. That's our job. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Maki-Tobai. Gumshoe, get the confetti out. Not guilty! Confetti! I forgot that was a boy. Court is adjourned. God, I feel so fucking bad for Clavier! First his brother, then his friend. His band is probably fucked. I wonder what happened to Maki. Well, he did smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. I guess there'll be another trial here. Phoenix? Of course. What's up? Daddy! Oh. I owe you both my thanks. Lamirar. My, is something wrong? I'm sorry, Maki was your partner on stage, your friend. Yes, I thought of him as my own son. Even now I do, yet something got a hold of him. Something evil, I see that. Apollo will be Clavier's new brother, friend, boy. And he must pay for what he has done. Is that not how it should be? I'm still sorry. Do not be sorry. You have given me courage. Courage? I am considering an eye operation. Oh! It was my suggestion. My suggestion, actually. You mean you'll be able to see again? It's funny. I have always been afraid of the light. Light seems so harsh, so unforgiving. According to the doctor, Lamirar lost her sight due to some kind of accident. An accident? As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I feared that if I could see, perhaps it would open my eyes to the truth I have been running from. I was scared. You know what changed your mind? Hearing your defense in here today. She could feel your gaze, unwavering, always looking straight at the truth. If the light returns to my eyes, I think I will take up painting. Aww! Painting? That's right, she's the landscape painter in sound after all. I will paint the two of you, I promise. Aww! Woohoo! I can't wait, Lamirar! I owe you my thanks too, Apollo. Thanks, Mr. Wright, but for what? You reminded me I need to hurry things along. On my secret mission, that is. Right, your secret mission. Apollo, Trucy, I hope that we'll meet again someday soon. This is an interesting thing. You bet! Me too! And so, like a ballad, the trial flowed on and on. until it came to an end. Thanks to the trial, the guitar serenade was a huge hit. Prosecutor Gavin's even more dazzling to look at now. Snap. But there's something I want to say to that guy. Snap. Next time you write a ballad, have them catch the killer at the end. Aww. And... wait. And... oh boy. And that is it for case 3. Oh my god. Ay. That is it for case 3. We have one more case. And then Apollo Justice will be done. Ah, wow. I stretched and I hurt my neck somehow. Ow. Ouch. Okay. So, the plan for now is, after today's stream, which we will be ending here today, Saturday, we will do an Ace Attorney tier list stream, ranking all the characters up to game 3. Up to game 3. That'll be probably on Saturday. And starting next Monday, we are gonna go back to Persona 5 for a little bit. Maybe a week, probably a week or 2. And we'll see how far we get then, and then it's back to Ace Attorney. I honestly... Persona 4. What did I say? Did I say 5? If I said 5, I meant 4. Okay, so this case... I liked it. Honestly, I feel like it dragged on a bit at the start. I feel like the first half of it or so dragged on more than it should have. If there hadn't been as many flashbacks, if they hadn't replayed the same like 1 or 2 scenes like multiple times, the problem was the flashbacks, too many flashbacks, and the lyrics and that video in particular. Those were the 2 problems. If they had toned down a bit on that, the case would have been much better. I like this case because I like the general concept of it. I like it, especially knowing what I do about, you know, later stuff in the game. I like it because it was, again, more clavier focused. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't mind. I kind of like Darian. I don't know, he's an asshole, but he's kind of fun. I don't know what it is. I kind of like Darian. So, like, I liked the cast of this case way more. Like, there's no one in particular in this case that I actually dislike. So, the one thing I will have to fucking deduct points for is the mixing board bullshit, because that was just like way too like unclear. Not even like the logic of it, but the gameplay aspect. Like, what exactly, like, they didn't make it clear in the slightest what exactly they wanted to present and how precise they want you to be. So that's what bothered. I'm gonna have to deduct 1 point for that. But I would give this case a solid, like, playing it for myself. It's maybe not a case that I would want to watch other people play, and that always plays a big role in it for me too. I would give this case... Okay, I think the first case is an 8. Second case is like a 6.5 maybe. And I'll give this one like a 7.5. Like a 7 to 7.5. It was good. Not great, but it was good, in my opinion. I didn't mind it at all. So, yeah. So far, case 2, the weakest one. Case 2, honestly, I didn't really care about too much. Clavier being there, like, really saved it, kind of. Yeah, Darien as a culprit, honestly, I don't mind. I actually kind of like him. I do kind of like him because he... I don't know, it's a little different. This case cured my, or cursed my ADHD attention span. You know what? Also fair enough. Darien sure made... Yeah, Darien made it difficult, but I feel like there weren't as many stretches in this one as, or not stretches, but like, his arguments, they made sense. To an extent. Like, he had more ammunition. I'll say that. Like, he had more ammunition to fire back, basically. Unlike fucking Alita in case 2, where it's kind of just like, yeah, well, She was kind of just like struggling her way through, more or less, I guess. And like in this case, we also get, it's not just the case itself, but also the fact of us very much struggling to even convict Darien, because everything we had was basically kind of like circumstantial. And we didn't really have anything definitive to like really pin it on him. We just had like a bunch of conclusions that were like, this makes sense. Like, it makes sense that this and this happened, but there was nothing concrete for it. Until like the very end. So that was also like a... It was a tad different, like it was a slightly different spin, you know? So honestly, I like this case. I don't mind this case at all. Now, I gonna end the stream here. I will update you on when the next stream is gonna be on Twitter and probably YouTube, but definitely Twitter. So if you want to keep track of that, ! follow to get a link to my YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and on Twitch I added a link to my AO3 because why the fuck not? And yeah, next stream will probably be on Saturday. No promises, but it will probably be Saturday around the same time, and we will be ranking the Ace Attorney characters from the Phoenix Wright trilogy. So yeah, that's it from me for today. And I will go get dinner now because it is 7:30 p.m. and I am hungry. So, oh yeah, also, heads up that the tier list stream will only be streamed on Twitch because otherwise I won't be able to, or I don't know, I don't know how as of now to remove the BGM from the VOD with the multi-streaming thing. So the tier list stream will be only on Twitch, but I will edit that VOD into a video and then at some point post it on YouTube. So just a heads up. I'll mention it again on Saturday or on the stream. But yeah, so that's just a quick heads up. Will be only streamed on Twitch, and a shorter video will be on YouTube at some point afterwards. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will return sometime this weekend. Probably Saturday. Probably same time as today on Saturday. Goodbye!